It was after about 6 days of using and not sleeping, and when that was almost run out, I was saying to myself constantly for a week leading up to that I was going to kill myself. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. I was insanely depressed, insanely lonely, insanely in my own head at the bottom of a very dark and twisted reality. I opened the windows as far as I could and looked down at the concrete below me. I was at 5 stories. I just have to land on my head and that's it, I said to myself. I looked out again and I saw these concrete spikes that surround the building to discourage homeless people from sleeping out there. I'll aim for them, I said to myself. I had about 6 feet in front of me and this wave of insecurity came over me, and there was just this realisation I was never ever coming back from this place that I was in. That was it. And at that precise moment, I ran as fast as I could and dove out. My name is Ross William Tanner. I come from Hastings, East Sussex. I used to be addicted to heroin and crack for around 18 odd years, but for the last 3 of them years, I was completely homeless, living on the streets of East London. I was always using drugs periodically, like at weekends, at festivals, etc. It was never a daily thing. Like party drugs, cocaine, pills, ketamine. But in London, it just becomes so normal. As a man in the 80s or 90s, I suppose, how I was brought up, with my mum and her fella, you went to work, you came home, and you had a woman at home that looked after you. And that was it, really. You never talked about your problems, and if you did have a problem, you'd go to the pub and have a whiskey, It's so important to talk about your problems as a man. It only ever becomes a problem when you're using to cover a pain, or a sadness, that momentary relief, that warm hug. And at this point, it was literally my life. And it was because of how bad my life had become. Drug use is fine if you're in control, but as soon as it controls you, you have to stop and you have to go and get help. The first step is admitting you have a problem. The second step is loving yourself. You will not get better unless you love yourself. It's as simple as that. After leaving rehab with a new lease of life, one of my defining points of recovery was self-love, and a massive factor was picking up a tattoo machine and tattooing. I slowly built a small studio in the spare room of my council flat. I had finally found my feet again. After about a year of tattooing from home, I managed to secure a residency at one of my biggest inspirations, Mr. Duncan X and Club X in Hackney. You have to find balance and routine. It helps distract you from any old habits returning. Focus on yourself, focus on your passion. It only takes around 26 days to break any habit. All you have to do is start to love yourself again. And slowly, the more good you do, the better you're going to start feeling. You can't force happiness, but it will come with time. Give yourself time. You're not your past. You're only what you do next. Because people change and recovery is real. It's not going to be easy, but with support of your friends and family, it will become easy. Imagine a life, waking up and you feel happy, waking up and you're not sick. Look after your mates. If you see any of your friends struggling, go and talk to them. Men in particular, they just don't talk. You need to talk to your friends. You need to be open about your problems, especially with the people you know have your back. I know talking to family is fucking scary, so start with one of your boys. You need to check on your mates. I've lost so fucking many. Talk to your boys, talk to your family, talk to doctors, talk to social workers, go to meetings. I think the stigma of not talking to friends or doctors about addiction, it needs to be squashed. It's not a problem if you take drugs, it's only a problem if they start controlling you, like I said. And when they do start controlling you, you have to be brave enough and go and talk about it. So yeah, just talk to your boys, man, you have to. Your boys are your boys for a reason, you get me? Because at the end of the day, suicide, the only thing you hurt is the people you leave behind. It's not going to hurt you, is it? You're fucking dead.